Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at MATIC. We're still looking for that continuation potential to the upside. We have a couple of things we need to discuss here regarding the structure and what we need to see happen for us to look to these higher targets here. Potentially looking for these moves up into these higher zones here. Looking for a 1.618, which would be up towards this $1.61 for this wave 3. So potentially we still have this possibility of getting a bigger move to the upside here, looking for this to potentially play out. Like I said, third wave target typically towards this 161 area. We need to get a few things to confirm this, but this is still a viable count here at the moment for as long as we hold this low of this 94.26. So we're looking for that potential that we could have formed a bigger A wave here, potentially looking for this as a B wave, and then looking for that possibility of a continuation for a C wave to the upside, looking for this 195. This could also be a 1-2, in which case we could be looking for a much higher target for wave 3 of this 306. So we need to actually discuss a few things though here, because for as long as we remain below this $1.56 area, we need to just be careful that we aren't going to see this actually extend to the downside here and potentially come back down and retest some lower levels. So we're going to go over that as well. But let's talk about that bullish case in first, and then we'll go on to that. So basically, what we're looking for here is the fact that we could have formed a wave 2 here, looking for this progression to the upside. So the way I would be looking at this move is basically looking at the structure in this way. So this is the only way it would make sense at the moment. And what you'd have to say is that we would form a 1-2 here and potentially another 1 and a 2. The way we've come down here, though, I don't really like the structure, but we have held that support box. So for as long as we hold that and we stay above this 107, I'm going to start looking for further evidence that we are starting to break to the upside here. What we'd want to see is a nice strong 5-wave move, something playing out like this, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looking to actually push up into this zone of this 125 area, getting back above these highs and then looking to push these zones. If we do move up to this 125.60, what we'd be looking for then is basically confirmation and an additional fourth wave here down into this $1.19 and then looking for further potential to continue to the upside, looking for this zone of this 133 to this 130. Obviously, this is provided that we don't get further extension. What I'm looking for here is basically to see whether we're within a bigger 5-wave move where all of this becomes wave 3. Then basically this wave 3 position would be up into this high here, and then we'd be looking for basically an additional fourth and a fifth wave here, something like this, which ideally what we'd like to see, is this target being hit up here towards this 161. If we fail to reach this, and we just form a 5-wave move up into these higher zones here, you know, uh, particularly this zone of this 135, we'd have to be cautious that this whole move isn't just an a B, and a C wave to the upside, which could indicate, that we have some more additional downside to come where this becomes A, B, and then we're going to get a bigger C wave down. So we're going to discuss that. For as long as we hold above this zone of this 107.03, potentially we can look for a bullish push to the upside here. If we fail to hold this 109.08, though, it starts to become less likely. So something I just want to talk about here because the way the structure is forming is fine. We need to just make sure that it actually continues to play out. The other way we were talking about this in previous videos is that potential for a corrective move to the downside. So this is what I'm saying. Even if we do get a 5-wave move play out to the upside here, where we see this become a 1, 2, we get a bigger third wave up here, we get a fourth and a fifth, and we get a move up into this zone here, potentially up even as high as this 140 area. This could actually still just be a corrective B wave, and then we actually see this move break to the downside still. If we did move up higher, it would slightly change this target. The 1-to-1 off of this current high that we have here would take us down towards the 75-cent range. And basically that would be then looking for that C wave. So we don't really have good indication of the C wave, starting at this point. So it's making me think we're still within this corrective structure. So keeping an eye on this. If we fail to get a big move up here and we fail to move up towards this 160, take this high, what we could have is just a corrective structure here. where potentially we form this blue ABC to the upside here, 1-to-1 being this $1.3549. So this is still possible, keeping an eye on it, seeing if we're going to get this break up here. The thing is, within this structure, it is quite choppy, so, and it is sort of within this contracting shape here. So just keeping an eye on this to see whether, in fact, this is just a triangle here, and this is actually just a B wave triangle, in which case we could look at this potentially as an A, B, C, looking for this D and then an E wave here. Alternatively, the triangle might be in the opposite direction where this is A, B, C, D, and E. The key difference is basically if we are looking at this as a triangle here, what we would be looking for is completion of this D wave. I wouldn't really want to say it's completed there. I'd, I'd say that it's probably more likely that we have another leg where we get something like this A, B, C, and then look for another 3-wave move up for this E wave, and then look to reject. So the key thing here is we can't, if we're looking at a triangle, can't move above this 116, and then basically what we'd want to see is a 3-wave move up, get a rejection off this E, and then actually looking to break down and cross the beginning of this move, this 94.34, and then look to potentially these lower targets here of this 84.12 range, or it potentially could fall, it could fall short, and it could actually look to move into the zone of this $1.08 to this 87.41, which is a typical retracement area that we're looking for. So if we do fall short, I will be looking towards this 0.786, which is here at this 87.41, and then basically looking towards this 1-to-1 if it does look to push down deeper. It would be very strange if this is going to be another 1 and a 2 here, that that this retracement would come as deep as this 1-to-1. If we do start to break down this deep, I'd be starting to sort of be concerned that we don't have a bigger structure to the downside playing out here. So we don't have any confirmation of this, like I said yet, but I want to see if we break out of this range. If we see something like this where we come, break above here and then start to move away, I'll be looking for this $1.35 area. If, however, we face rejection and, we come up back up here, potentially get rejected, even if we do find support here again, come back up, get rejection, then we could actually be looking for this lower target here. So have to keep an eye on it. We'll keep you up to date as best we can with we see the moves happening. And yeah, that's that's all we got really at the moment. It's very choppy, been moving sideways in this range. It's bound to break out at some point, and yeah, it just depends how we want to look at this. That bullish count is still viable, like I said, but basically we need to see these structures break out and start taking out some of these key highs here for this bullish count. But really, we'd need to see a much bigger move up here towards this 161 if this is the case, and looking to push up, in the shorter term here to confirm the shorter term count here. Basically, we want to see a move up to this 125.60 area, breaking back out of this top trend line here and seeing this breakout, looking for these targets here. If we did get that fifth target here, I'll actually just pull this back down into here, change this up. That could look to move us up towards this zone of this 140 area. So yeah, it's going to be a key zone, interesting area to move up into. But yeah, we've got some overhead levels that we need to break through, this 116 up here higher again at this 124. So keep an eye on these. If we just move into those, could indicate that we still have, continuation to the downside to come here. But basically, this is going to be our support zone, 108 to this 87.61. If we do get that move down lower, yeah, potentially we could come back and look to test some of these lower ranges here. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below. And also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you will find affiliate links for both Primaries BT and BYBIT down there. Both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you do not have an account, using the affiliate link does support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.